before the game. This wide receiver has been unstoppable all season. He will be a huge part of their game plan today. The quarterback might be young, but they have put some things into their offensive game plan to make sure they're able to get the ball to their star player. He's been tearing up defenses all season long. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Beavers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bobcats offense will take the field first. Brad Jackson, last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. Hands it off. Stopped in the backfield, and the defense comes out sending a message.
Now, how about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it for... from the 46. Gives it. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Throws to the tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. The Bobcats will line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Beavers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And we get a look at Malik Murphy. Tough day in that last loss, threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Reels it in. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. They'll send the back in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Beavers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Hand off again. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Third and short now from their own 48. Now on the move. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Sets his feet. It's Murphy. Got the back over the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Beavers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Gonna run it. It's Hatcher. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Takes a snap. Wants to throw. He wants to go deep. Makes a catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Oregon State. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking for a crease. There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off play action on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. All right, guys, let's chat about Texas State. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman, gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
3rd and long coming up. Jackson will throw. Makes the grab. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the...
Makes the catch, and he's free. Running inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Keeps it on first down. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
The run inside. It's Burgess. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bobcats. The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. On the return, it's Durant. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Tells the run, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Beavers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. The play fake. Fires to the middle. In traffic, it's Nolan. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wideout. Makes the grab. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Plows through the defense. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Looking down the middle. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll get him down after a solid return. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Setting up the screen. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Bobcats go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jenkins. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeps it looking for room, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Follows his blocks. It's Jenkins. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. We'll have a stoppage here as there is a Beaver down on the field. Medical personnel out there checking on this senior defensive back. The Bobcats with the 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
Leaves it with the back. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
3rd and long right here. Jackson gonna throw it. Got it! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Bobcats moving quickly to the line. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He will not get there as the defense stops him again. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff will take a look and will step aside. This defense has forced a couple of 3rd downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field goal attempt on 3rd and goal? He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. It's a bit of an interesting choice. You could break the tie with the field goal, but worst case scenario, you don't convert on 4th down, they're backed up in their own end. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Look out! Gonna try to get it himself. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Pulls it in. It's Hampton. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes they create.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Long way to go on second down. Running inside, it's Hatcher. He'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be third down as the clock runs before the half. The Beavers using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looking to throw for it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Drops back on first down. Moving out to the right. He'll get rid of it. Right side, it's Evans. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. Timeout is called. They let it get down to 3 seconds before stopping the clock, and they'll have a chance to put points up before the break. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Give him 6. Touchdown, Bobcats.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From deep, it's Durant. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. The Bobcats will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Catching up with Oregon State's head coach here to start the half. He has really challenged his team coming out of the locker room. At 2-2 in the conference play, they are really with their backs against the wall. The team they're playing today is a much better team, but they feel like they can get back in this game here at home. He said, we have to make a stand. Our season may be on the line right now. It is make it or break it. He wants that level of urgency here to start the third. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Finds his big tight end. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Hits inside. It's Newberry. Shakes off the defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Uh-oh, look out. Oh, he's got some space. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Beavers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Right back to the well. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Selling the fake. Just had to get rid of it.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense...
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Texas State takes the field hoping to get this drive started. Straight ahead, it's Jenkins. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll ride the hot hand. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Jackson will throw. Out wide right, it's Jenkins. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. He now has 79 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Texas State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Texas State 21, Oregon State 7.
Deep in the end zone, it's Butler. Slips through the line. Got a little room. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
From the gun, it's Glass. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Dropping back, it's Murphy. Fires on the move. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hatcher. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Beavers!
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And he puts through the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. That lead has been been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Wants to throw on first. Here comes the heat. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He breaks a tackle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25. But here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Jackson gonna throw it. Right side, it's Jenkins. Turning it on! Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. The Bobcats getting set on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
Yeah, and half of the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. And the Bobcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quick give. It's Jenkins. Maybe a crease.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
The Bobcats back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He'll keep it himself. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the Bobcats have taken it inside the 20. The run in. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense picks it up. There he goes. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They just got a huge break, and now they need to put this ball into the end zone. A field goal really doesn't help much at this stage. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Back to pass, it's Murphy. On target. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Beavers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Powers inside. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Glass. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Drives inside. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. On play action. Rush is on. He's going to take off. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on 3rd. Extending the play. Can't get him to the ground. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Beavers using their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Looking to pass. It's Murphy. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Keeping his eyes downfield. That slide's a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Dumps it to the back. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their